So yeah, I just started the Orlandoo Hunter. I'm painting it orange. I just put the first real light coat on it. Can barely see it there. It's kind of really lightly on there. Letting that dry up. I'm going to paint it orange. Fenders will be black. I'm going to paint the front roof. And along the side there, black. So that's where we're headed with this paint. I'm not sure if I'm going to paint that little hood scoop there or not. I'm not doing a step-by-step build on this because this is like super small, 1/35 scale. And the screws are super small. So I just kind of want to concentrate and build it. This is after show you up 3 coats. I'm going to do one more coat. My camera wasn't on during second coat. I hope I didn't. Paint's going on pretty good. It has just a tiny effect of orange peel, but I'm ready to go put the 4th coat on, and if I like it, I've been just putting real small coats on. So that's the 3rd one. I'll probably do 1, maybe 2 more, but I'll show you after coat 4. Alright, this is coat 4. I don't know if I'm going to do another coat because they come out pretty good. I just don't want to drop this again. But yeah, she looks pretty good. I say you could kind of see a little, maybe a bit of orange peel on that for sure, but you know, she looks pretty good. Well, that's coat 4. Yeah, I'm just getting ready to build the diff for the Orlandoo Hunter 135, and these are like really small. Like, here's my finger, and here's the whole rear axle housing. And that's pretty small. I mean, look how tiny these screws are. They're like, yeah, so I got the 2 axles here together. But I am going to say it's very finicky. These little ball ends, oh, they're a nightmare. Especially the ones that right here. The ones right here. They are so hard to do. I kind of stripped them out. 1 on each one pretty much. But I got them in there. Little glue. But tiny. But there's where I'm at right now. We've got the 2 axles done. And we got the body here done. Body came out pretty good. Pretty happy with how that came out. Like I say, we'll get the roof painted black. We're going to paint the fenders black. The front. There's where we're at so far. This and the 2 axles. And it took a long time to do them axles. Just fidgety. You're dropping screws on the floor. You're looking for screws. It's just hard to do these. Not for beginners. Alright, we'll see you when I get 4 hours later. I got the links all assembled. I got the axles together. And I got the body painted. Half painted. So that's about 4 hours worth of work on this little guy. I mean, it is very time consuming. And it's not exactly as easy as it looks to put all these little pieces together. But I got that far. I'm done for now, and I'll continue on tomorrow. I just got the extras painted, just getting ready to peel off this tape. And we'll see how the black turned out. I'll be back after I get this tape off and show you. So here it is once I got the black on it. It's not 100% perfect, but it's not too bad. Come out okay. A little run right there. Bled through the tape, and you can see these fender lines ain't as perfect as I like them. The lines are so small. Like, this is smaller than my cell phone, and I don't have the biggest cell phone. So I got the Samsung S7. And this is smaller than that, so you know. I am gonna paint the door hinges probably silver or black too, using a Sharpie or something, and of course we'll probably do the gas cap there. I may take a little bit of orange on a fine tip and try to clean this up a little bit, but for what it is, it's a pretty cool little project. I like it. Hard to work on though. Super hard to work on. The parts are so small, fidgety, dropping things all the time. That's why I didn't do a step-by-step build on this. But this is as far as I am at this point. This is the top plate for when I get more done, we'll be back. And yeah, trying to grab that is so small. The ball ends that have the solid piece here in the middle. Same on the axles, just set. Yeah, like right here, where you got a solid piece where the ball ends go into both sides of that same piece. Yeah, and the same on this. I find these strip out. It's almost like these holes that for these are not quite big enough. I had to stick a dart in here. I couldn't find my drill bit to fit that, so I just put a dart in there and turned on it to widen the holes, and then they kind of screwed in, but a couple of these have stripped out and I have had to glue them in. So yeah, they're pretty tricky. Like, definitely not a kit for beginners. Should at least know how to build a little bit, because it's pretty tricky. Just the rest of it seems to be going good together, pretty good. Just some of these ball ends seem to be causing a little trouble, but yeah, got the motor installed into this, and the only hard part about this was really pushing the motor into this housing, but wasn't too bad. Put the pinion on, the grub screw. That was pretty simple. That's done. I'll probably I gotta put the bearing in the bottom here, and another bearing on this side of this, I think, and put the other gear in, and then put the cover on. I'll be back when I get that done. Yeah, so we got the gears in, bearing on there, and everything went in smoothly. And now we're going to apply some grease in there, and we'll be back. Yeah, just applied the grease into the transmission, and we're going to put on the transmission cover, and we'll add those 2 screws. Go in. Now a little bit of this done. 4 screw holes, I guess. 2 on the top. They're hard to see. 2 on the side. We'll get them in. We'll be back. Alright, screws are in, transmission, motor, everything here is buttoned up. The top here. And we'll screw that on with 2 screws. And we'll be right back. Yeah, I just put a little bit of grease around the top of this, just so when I stick it into here, that grease will help seal and no dirt will get in there. Alright. Alright. We got the transmission finished. Everything's buttoned up, motor's in, gears are all in. And next, when we get to it, will be oh, we have a motor wire that literally is unsoldered. I did not notice that. So now I will have to resolder on that motor wire. Ain't that a bugger? But anyway, I'm capable, so we'll get that on there, and she'll be ready to button up. Or then we'll be starting on. So once I fix this broken wire, I will move on to the frame. That's where we'll start the frame. We'll see you then. Yeah, I got this much of the frame done. So far, this is going pretty smoothly. This part's not so bad. The only real hard part of the project is the ball ends. But not bad. Well, we'll be back when I get the other half together. There, we now have both sides of the frames completed. Wasn't too bad. Oh, I just gotta put that ball end over here. Alright. Yeah, so we got the motor in. I got the frames bolted on here. Wasn't too difficult. For the transmission, just 2 screws that go on either side, and you got a little screwdriver slot there, so they do go together pretty good. I'm just getting ready to mount the front and the rear bumper. Starting to kind of look like a truck. The servo I ordered is too big for this truck, so I'm either going to try to custom mount it or just order a new one. But I'll just keep continuing on with it, the build, and put it together and figure it out at the end. Front bumpers are now on. Starting to look like a truck. Alright. Moving on. The next, still got the rest of all this stuff to put together. Still a lot of stuff. We got the towers for the shocks and all that still. So moving on and moving further ahead in the project. Yeah, so we got the shock towers here on, and this chassis plate in here and here. And now we're going to work on the upper plate here that will go in here. But anyway, well, went ahead, I assembled the shocks and mounted the shocks on there, and I assembled the dry shafts, getting ready to put them in. Yeah, putting them dry shafts together, it's pretty tricky trying to put the little screw in, or no, the shock, sorry. It's hard to get that little screw in the shock, that's for sure, to hold the cap on. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Alright guys, we got her slowly coming together. The servo I got don't fit. These little links in suspension, I found it to be hard, and definitely not recommend this for a beginner, because it's just so fidgety. Parts are so small. But she's coming. I just got to put the tires on. I got to put the rims on, tires on the rims, and put the rims on this thing, and she'll be almost ready. I'm gonna have to source a servo somewhere. Still got the electronics to put in, but anyway, she's coming.